Welcome to Time Warner Cable's Local Edition. My name is Brad Pomerance. Our guest, Richard Riordan, Mayor of Los Angeles, 1993 to 2001. Sir, you have been so incredibly active in education and education reform. You served as Secretary of Education for our great state. And I know that one of your passions is the charter school movement. Talk to me about what you're doing with what's known as the Inner City Education Foundation.
Well, about 2.5 years ago, a group of people came to my house and asked me to take over the Inner City Education Foundation, ISEF. And because they were going bankrupt, they could not meet payroll the next week. And I had to raise $3 million to raise payroll, but I said I will do that if you all resign, which they did right then on the spot.
The board.
The board and
Senior
not
management.
everybody, but
Right, I understand.
But the senior management.
Right.
And what they did, and we raised the money, we kept the schools going in the short run, and then it turned out over the next 2.5 years, we had to raise about $20 million to keep them going, because they had done a lot of bad things. I won't bore you with that.
But wait, but don't charter schools get public funding?
They do, but if you spend more, and what
Right.
they did a lot of things. They spent all of the withholding taxes that belong to the employee.
Oh no.
They spent, anytime somebody wanted something, they spent for it, even though it wasn't part of their budget.
No prudence.
And we did very well on that, but we had to really fill some deep holes. But we did. And to me, I say it's the most difficult and important thing I've done in my life, because like in the 1984, A Nation at Risk, famous study said that if a child cannot read and write fluently by the end of the second grade, you have lost that child for life. And I have made my life's work to do that.
I understand that what prison systems will do is they will look at the scores from third grade, and that's how they predict out how many people they will have in 15, 20 years.
Exactly. And it's accurate, very accurate. And so, it's very hard because the unions fight you, everybody fights you, but it's been proven a lot. There's like Los Familias is a school in Skid Row, and it has all very poor kids who speak not a word of English, and yet these kids are outstanding because they have this tiny little charter school.
I know that you're also passionate about the Catholic Education Foundation. Tell us about your work there.
Well, I was one of the founders of that foundation in the mid-'80s, and we've raised over $100 million in the time, but still we have to do a lot better than that, because the church doesn't get any money from the government.
No, it doesn't.
Like charter schools get money from the government. And so we have to find a lot of ways to solve this problem. And I think there's some thinking of merging it with some charter schools.
Oh, really?
That gets difficult because you cannot
Separation
include religion.
Separation of church and state.
But the other things that we've looked at is like to have people adopt each school. So, like I did
with ICF,
ISEF, do the same with the Catholic Church, because raising even $15 million or so a year is not going to be enough in the long run.
And it's not easy. Are you bullish on the future of education, be it charter, be it public, be it Catholic?
I am. I believe it's going to change, I think, because people are starting to wake up. Democrats are starting to wake up to the fact that unions are the enemies of poor children.
Oh my, fighting words. His name is Richard Riordan. He is Mayor of Los Angeles, 1993 to 2001. My name is Brad Pomerance. This is Time Warner Cable's Local Edition.